A beautiful weekend in Las Vegas. Welcome to the hottest house party of the summer. We are inside Michelob Ultra Arena where the Dallas Wings are taking on the Las Vegas Aces. These two teams hot as of late. Let's take a look at the standings in the WNBA. Aces sitting pretty at third place at 7-3. The Wings picking up 2 wins over the Mercury this week to have them locked up with Phoenix at 5-5. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside former WNBA head coach and GM Carolyn Peck. Peck, yeah, good to see you again. Let's talk a little bit about the Aces' success. They have won 5 of their last 6. What has been key for them?
It's the balance in scoring. They have 5 players averaging in double figures. And look at that. 4 of them in their starting lineup, and De'Erica Hamby coming in off the bench, bringing almost 12 points a game. But there's one name missing, Raquana Bebe Williams. She is averaging 9.9 points a game, and she has gotten red hot, especially from the three-point line. She has made 22 threes already this season, and she is 14 of her last 27 from 3. That's almost 52%. So as long as she's knocking down shots from the perimeter, hey, that makes the Aces very hard to guard.
Aces have had 8 days of time at home to rest and actually practice. You see those big smiles on the other side of this break. We'll talk a little bit about the Wings. Welcome back to Las Vegas. WNBA basketball on tap on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Dallas Wings, last game of a 5-game road trip. Fans excited, still social distancing here inside Michelob Ultra Arena. And Carolyn, we had talked a little bit about the standings overall, but this is also a Commissioner's Cup game. So what's on the line?
Well, you look at what these teams have done. The Aces have only played 3 games. They've got 7 to go. So when you look, they've got some ground to make up, but when you look at the GP, that's games played versus games remaining. So the Aces have played 3. They have 7 left. Where the Wings have already played 6, they've got 4 left. So this is going to be an important game. And I'm going to tell you who it's most important to. Arike Ogunbowale. She has been on fuego for the Dallas Wings. She has 47 games in a row scoring in double figures. She is one of the toughest players to defend in the WNBA. Why? Because you just open a window. She just has a glimpse of daylight. She has not seen a shot she doesn't like. And more times than not, she's knocking those shots down.
Yeah, and you mentioned those 47 games. That's the longest active double-figure scoring streak. Asia Wilson with the 2nd longest streak of double-figure scoring games. Let's look at this lineup. On the left side, Alicia Gray and Satou Sabally back for Dallas for the last few games. How has that changed things for them?
Well, they're able to spread the floor. Satou Sabally can play really a 3. She can be like a guard and play 4 out, 1 in.
And then you look at the Aces lineup. It's been the same all year long. Raquana Williams, formerly a bench player for most of her career. How's she settling into the starting role?
Oh, she's fitting in like a broken-in house shoe, house slipper. She seems very comfortable right now.
All right, so Dallas has caught on fire lately. They've won their last 3. Aces won 5 of their last 6. What are the keys to the game?
Well, remember, the Aces have been off for the last 8 games, so will they be able to shake the rust off? And then, who is going to win the battle of the boards? The Dallas Wings lead the WNBA in rebounds per game. And then, last but not least, speed limit. Both these teams like to score at a high rate of speed. They're going to be getting up and down the floor, so who can control the tempo?
Well, the Aces like to play a quick pace. We know that, and Bill Laimbeer likes it that way. Tell me, when we were just on the road with this team, right, 6 games in 12 days, what impressed you the most about the way Laimbeer was able to manage a very limited roster at that point?
They had limited practice time, so it was a lot of scout on film and having players understand not only what you're needing to do on the court, but the amount of energy that you've got to manufacture on the road, and they were able to feed off each other.
And his former assistant is now the head coach of the Dallas Wings, Vicki Johnson. She has put together some really good things. They lost early on. They got some people back. started winning. 6 lineups for Vicki so far this year.
Well, and that's the thing. When Vicki
Coach
Johnson took over of these Dallas Wings team, it's the youngest team in the WNBA. You were missing players, so you were kind of playing chess and moving people in the right spot. Now that you have all those players back, you have to have players accept their role, and she has done a fantastic job thus far in the season.
And so you know, everybody, we're going to have a special halftime guest here. We want to let you know right off the top, Raiders head coach John Gruden will be joining us at halftime. So this is a man who's won a Super Bowl. He's here, a huge Aces fan. By the way, a huge Carolyn Peck fan, too. We found that out. Everything. So she'll never tell you, but I will. He's going to join us at halftime to talk about the connection between the Raiders and the Aces. We're going to put him on the spot and ask who his favorite Aces player is, because he wanted to talk basketball, and we're like, Coach, we got to go. We'll talk to you at halftime.
And I love it that Coach Gruden, he watches our show, even the post-game show. He was even talking about some elements we've had in the post-game that he has stuck in his mind.
That's right. The Aces All-In post-game show, a reminder, will follow this game immediately. So lots of content for you here today, including that amazing halftime interview. Mariah Jefferson, you see there, former ace. There's a few former aces on the Wings now. You ready to get underway? Let's do it inside Michelob Ultra Arena.
One thing I'm looking for is how sharp are the Aces after those 8 days off, and also what's their execution like? What's their energy level?
A turnover to start things off. And then a quick energy from the Wings, and this is what they've said over and over. They have a huge energy team.
Well, Bill Lambier just told us before the game his keys were transition, making sure the Wings had to take jump shots. That's a good take by Chelsea Gray. But he also wanted to not allow any second chance points and low turnovers. He didn't want to start the game with that first turnover.
Yeah, but then Ngumbawale score. Again, we'll keep an eye and see if she's able to extend her longest active double-figure scoring streak to 48. Shot clock is at 6. Coming in for the quick shot, no good. And a turnover right underneath it as Asia was trying to put it over to Chelsea Gray. That hurts.
Well, in 2 turnovers within the first 2 minutes of the game.
Liz back out. Here's Raquana Williams for 3. Knocking it down. Bill Lambier has said how important it is for Raquana Williams to make that transition from bench player to starter. When she gets hot early, like she did against the Washington team.
Well, and she came out with a shooter's mentality. She was pulling the trigger early in that Washington game.
Chelsea Gray backing up, trying to create a little space. Here's Raquana, another shot, knocking it down. This looks a lot like the Mystics start for Raquana Williams.
Well, and when you have Liz Cambays at the top setting the ball screen, then you've got Charlie Collier's got to make some decisions.
Possession stays with Dallas.
The ball movement of the Aces when the ball goes inside with the double team, then the quick pass out to Asia Wilson. That gives Raquana Williams just enough time to knock down that 3.
Satu Sabali for 3. No good. Raquana Williams, my ball, with the rebound, sends Jackie down. I got this one.
Well, both of these two teams like to run. Did you notice on that shot, the Dallas Wings, there you go, Liz Cambays. The Dallas Wings were getting back.
They got to the plane early. They just took off right on the side.
They weren't going for second chance buckets.
Satu Sabali took a look up, thought she had some space between. Ooh, we got a quick pace. Raquana Williams. My goodness, I might have passed out if she had made another one. Right?
I just think she caught it and it was a second thought. It's got to be the first thought for Bebe.
There's a first thought for Sabali. Look at Sabali talking to her teammates as she comes down. They're still kind of getting to know each other. I mean, she hasn't even moved into her house yet. Jackie Young draws the foul.
Liz Cambage has really been a force as of late. And just going against the rookie, Charlie Collier, that's just way too easy for number 8 inside.
Goes to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Free throws have been huge for the Aces this year. And even when you look back at, certain games, a New York game, for example, they got to the line so much more than the Liberty, and that made the difference. But in particular, when Jackie Young gets to the line, Carolyn, good things happen.
Absolutely. That means she is aggressive and looking to make something happen offensively. When she's in attack mode, it seems like the rest of the team feeds off of her.
Gray puts up her first shot. Nice rebound by Sabali. Oh, a move, another move. Third opportunity for the Wings.
Now the Wings average 10 offensive rebounds a game.
That was Collier's first bucket of the day. Wilson, make you wait for it.
And right now the Aces able to use their height, throwing over the top of Dallas.
Pushing the pace ahead. Jackie Young, before it gets too crowded down there, gets her first bucket of the day.
See, that's what the Aces are so good with, not having to go to an offensive action. Their primary is their best offense. They can go to a secondary, but they've got so many weapons just early down the floor. This really fits the pace of the Aces. They want the Dallas Wings to have to use shot clock.
Agumbawale wanted a foul, and she got it.
Well, you watch this catch. Asia Wilson able to really catch it over the top of the Dallas defense, and then Jackie Young just backing down Mariah Jefferson. Aggressive, not even waiting to get an offense set. She knew she had the advantage.
Foul was on Chelsea Gray. Agumbawale at the line. Here comes the subs. So 4 fresh legs in for the Wings, and that is the depth of Dallas that keeps their energy high the whole time.
Well, the depth for the Wings came in, but also Kelsey Plum and De'Erica Hamby come in for the Aces. That's some speed, pick up tempo.
Baby, no good, but Hamby with the rebound. Second chance. Shot is up and good from Izzy Harrison.
Bella Allery has really wreaked havoc for the Dallas defense. Her length.
Bucket from Wilson.
Hey, reigning MVP right there was no problem for Asia Wilson.
Kayla Thornton takes her first shot of the game.
See, that was a good box out by Asia Wilson there.
Kelsey Plum. And we'll hear who the foul is on. She's a terrific foul shooter.
That was on the Wings, number 3, Marina Mabry. That's her first personal. Dallas' second team.
Asia Wilson right now, 4 points to lead for the Aces. Right now, they're ahead of the Dallas Wings. We got a good one.
It has been the initiative of Aces owner Mark Davis to honor alums of this organization, whether they played in Utah, San Antonio, or for the Las Vegas Aces all season long. Vicki Johnson, head coach of the Dallas Wings, the opponent today, but she's played much of her career, some of it with the San Antonio Stars.
Well, she signed with San Antonio in 2006, but she was one of the OGs, originals. She was drafted in 1997 by the New York Liberty. She was the first Liberty player to score 2,000 points, but she didn't stop there. She went on to score 3,000 points. Even Carnegie Deli, they had a sandwich named after her. You know why?
Tell me why.
Because there were 3,000 calories in that sandwich right there. But Vicki Johnson was a phenomenal player. Instant offense. She could spot up and shoot the ball. She was a student of the game as a player as she is as a coach. So smart in knowing and how to find easy openings for herself offensively or her teammates.
So great to have Vicki Johnson here, a legend in the game, as you said, one of the OGs, and also a former Las Vegas Aces assistant. She's now the head coach of the Dallas Wings, and she's as cool as the other side of the pillow.
But I'm going to tell you what, Vicki Johnson looks like she just is having so much fun being the head coach.
Yeah.
And even before the game started, most of the time it's the assistants putting players through drills as they're working out and getting ready.
Yep.
No, VJ is on the floor with her players. She's playing dummy defense or setting the screen. She's in it with her team.
Kelsey Plum at the line. It's the first one. You see Kelly Raymond right next to Vicki Johnson in that shot. Raymond was an assistant as well with Vicki Johnson for these Las Vegas Aces. And when we asked Vicki Johnson, hey, why did you want Kelly Raymond as your assistant in the wing? She says, we know each other so well. I trust her, which is, of course, key. They did all the scouting reports together, so she knows how Kelly's scouting reports are.
And she also said Kelly asked a lot of questions, which meant that she knew the questions the players were going to ask, which helped BJB be prepared.
Jackie Young getting it going.
Already 5 players have scored for the Las Vegas Aces.
And you know how I always like to try to one-up you. 6 players have scored for the Dallas Wings. So everybody getting involved. Mabry. What a transition Mabry has had from being a starter while they had the others to coming off the bench and being just huge, like Plum for 3.
Well, Mabry has really upped her game. She's gone from about 11 points a game to 18 points a game this season. She's gotten herself in terrific shape. And she said, you know what, it doesn't matter if I start or come off the bench, whatever you need done.
You know who else says that? Kelsey Plum.
Well, coming off the bench, Kelsey Plum, she said in her mind she finds herself a starter. She's now taken on the role to be that spark for the Aces, and in transition, she's a deadly scorer. She's a catch and shoot.
I love seeing Aces fight with each other for that rebound. And as long as the red jersey, they're feeling good.
But the only Dallas player down low was Bella Allery rebounding. 4 players getting back on defense.
And De'Erica Hamby will go to the line. We talked to you about Vicki Johnson and Kelly Raymond. We spoke to Bill Lambier earlier, and we asked him, what was it about Vicki Johnson that made her such a great assistant coach and prepared her to be a head coach?
Assistant coaches always put out fires before they get to the head coach. She was really good at that. Calming influence, steady, doesn't get overly emotional. And as far as the X's and O's, she prepares very well. He knows her scouts, up and down, doesn't need notes, understands who they are and what they're about and how to play them. And those are all good traits.
And those are the traits that make her a great head coach of this Dallas Wings team. As Plum hits those 2 free throws, and it's a lot of respect between these 2 coaching staffs. And they know each other very well. And let me tell you, Vicki Johnson and Kelly Raymond know this Aces squad very well.
Well, there's a lot of former players and coaches, assistant coaches in the league that have worked with or played for Bill Lambier. You've got Cheryl Reeve at Minnesota. Planette Pearson played for Bill Lambier with the Detroit Shock. You know, you look at where Vicki Johnson is right now. She worked with Bill Laimbeer, and he said, you know, it's his job. He really likes to, you know, help the women that are his assistants go on to be prepared to be head coaches.
Yep. He's got Sugar Rogers on his bench right now, too, as an assistant coach, former Aces player. Baseline. No good, but what a rebound. And a shovel. Back to Satu Sabali, and one.
The Dallas Wings just do a terrific job of getting on the glass, creating those second and third opportunities. Isabel Harrison is one of the best. She only played 13 games last season, but she's bringing the energy, and now that Satu Sabali is back for the Wings, that's an additional rebounders for the Wings.
Satu Sabali was a terrific player for the Oregon Ducks. Her former assistant coach, Mark Campbell, who's now the head coach at Sacramento State, flew in, and he said, well, it's a 2-for-1. I get to watch Satu Sabali today, and then on the next game, they play the New York Liberty, and he gets to see Sabrina Ionescu. De'Erica Hamby doing her work off the bench. Bench points are going to be huge today on both sides. Defense from Wilson. De'Erica Hamby says, fine, I'll take it myself, but it wasn't the right shot.
Now, just the previous possession, she did yeoman's work down low, positioning, strength. She knew she had the advantage over Marina Mabry. Getting the ball inside, that's what Bill Laimbeer is looking for right now.
We're going to say Sabali's name a lot today just by how active she is. Asia Wilson, though, defending her with her length. Uh-oh, that's a no from Harrison.
Let me tell you.
Tell me.
Asia Wilson only 4 points, but she is doing the work defensively. Now, right there, Isabel Harrison, she leaps like a volleyball player. But back to the defense of Asia Wilson. This is a well-deserved break for her, because she has had the responsibility of defending inside and also boxing out such an active Dallas Wings team that goes to the glass.
Chelsea Gray back in. That one off of Liz's fingers as she tries to intercept it a bit. Ooh. Going down hard.
On the aces, number 19, G.C. Park. Her second personal.
Well, Marina Mabry just delivered the ball right on time to Alicia Gray. Gray going straight at Park.
Alicia Gray shoots 2.
That's the second foul for Jisoo Park.
Back in the game for the Aces,
Alicia
number 2.
Gray at the line. And back in comes Izzy Harrison.
Isabel Harrison is back for Dallas.
And Isabel Harrison. They told us she likes being called Izzy, but you think something else, huh?
Well, she likes being called Izzy, but I know her dad, Dennis Harrison, Dennis Bigfoot Harrison, the great player in the NFL. He refers to Izzy as Belle, but that's just for in family.
That's in family talk. So we are calling her Izzy at her request. Belle is for the inner circle. De'Erica. And a travel there. They've turned it over a few times on travel. Jisoo Park had one. Here's another. And you can hear Bill Laimbeer saying, share the ball and settle down. That's the 5th turnover for the Aces in this first quarter as the last few seconds tick. Shot clock is at 5. 2-1 shot has to go up. Oh, it's good. Satu Sabali. right at the end of the shot clock. We thought Raquana Williams might hit a halftime.
The Dallas Wings are trying to stay in this. They're down 5. Satu Sabally hit a big one to pull it close. We're in for a thriller.
In observance of WNBA Pride presented by Deloitte, the WNBA will promote initiatives that advocate for, support, and celebrate the LGBTQ community and its allies throughout the month of June. The Aces are going to do some special things for Pride as well, so stay tuned for those initiatives. It's a very important initiative to the Las Vegas Aces and the WNBA community as a whole.
Absolutely. Across the league, the different teams are recognizing in celebration Pride Month, the month of June.
Second quarter action. Tell me what you saw in the first quarter from your coaching.
Well, the one thing that was a priority for the Aces was boxing out, but still, the Dallas Wings were able to get 3 offensive rebounds. They have 5 second chance points. Got to keep an eye on that.
That was on Dallas's number 0, Satu Sabally. That is her first personal.
Satu Sabally picks up her first personal foul. And you're talking about the boards. 11-6, Aces have out-rebounded.
Well, and it's a good sign when the Aces out-rebound their opponents. They're undefeated this season when it's tied or they've out-rebounded. So that has been a focus in this off week.
Cambage with one from about 17 feet. Yeah, and the rebounds, for the Wings, they've got 40-plus rebounds in 5 straight games. Those are big numbers.
Well, you watch the relentless pursuit of the basketball from the Wings. And the Wings with a big lineup. They have Sabally out at the 3. Izzy Harrison up top. Bella Allery down low.
Satu Sabally right through the middle. And again, we'll go to the free throw line for and 1 for Chelsea Gray, her second.
Sabally was an aggressive player, but I think playing on 3-on-3 has made her even more aggressive. She has played with such strength, especially since coming back from her competition. Now, Germany didn't advance, but she'll have an opportunity to compete for gold with Team Germany with the 5-on-5. But you keep an eye on Sabally. She is aggressive both offensively and then defensively as well. She's using some of those international tricks, little hook and hold.
Yep. She was funny in talking to her about the 3-on-3 over in Germany. She said, you know, it's only half court. She goes, so when I first got back for the first couple minutes, I was like, dang, what a pass. Liz Cambage to Raquana Williams. Back door is open. To finish what I was saying with Sabally, she just said it's a long way down the floor after playing half court for 3-on-3.
I'm going to tell you, Liz Cambage has just come possessed this season. The energy she brings, the confidence, and the way she's having so much fun. But watch this. She recognizes in the corner over here, there's going to be Raquana Williams on the backdoor cut, and just between the defenders, right on time, drops the pass to Bebe. Look at that, right there, right behind Arike Ogunbowale.
The foul was on Asia Wilson, offensive foul. It's her first. Wilson grabs that rebound.
But you look at the positioning that Asia Wilson is getting inside for those rebounds.
Bebe for 3. Long rebound. No second chances. Talk about pushing it ahead. Ogunbowale was in full sprint and then hands it back to Harrison. We talked about pace. Dang, that's fast pace.
Speed limit.
Yeah.
I have to write a ticket.
Fouls on Satu Sabally, and she knows it.
Yeah, the Wings are getting out in transition. Arike Ogunbowale on the save, and then eyes up. She knows that Izzy Harrison's not going to stop running in transition.
Number 3, Marina Mabry checks back in.
Marina Mabry coming back in.
And we were talking earlier, I told you the different styles that Dallas can play, because right now they can play small ball. They've got Bella Allery inside. Satu can go on the perimeter. So really it's like 4 guards for the Dallas Wings. So Asia Wilson's going to have to defend away from the basket. Bella Allery can shoot it as well. Cambage is defending away as well.
Sabali for 3. No good. Liz Cambage tips that back, but gotten a hold of. Will they get a third opportunity? They do. And foul.
Fouls on the Aces, number 10, Kelsey Plum.
Foul is on Kelsey Plum.
With the way that the Wings pursue the basketball, rebounding-wise, the Aces can't just jump. They've got to go check out. They got to make some contact before they release and come to the basket. Go get the ball.
Mabry, right before the buzzer.
Mabry and Agumbawale, 2 players that can just manufacture points with a quickness. You watch Mabry off the dribble, and she says she watches a lot of Steph Curry of how he can finish in traffic, and she gets a good finish.
Aces led by as many as 11. Dallas has closed that gap, passing it out to Liz Cambage when there might have been a little space in front of Plum. Turnover the other way by Dallas.
Enrique immediately, when she turned it over, turned around and looked at her head coach, Vicki Johnson, said, my fault, my bad. Just trying to play a little too fast. And I know she's looking at the score. Wings only down 2. Thought that would be a quick, easy tie.
Charlie Collier has re-entered the game for the Wings. #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft this year. No basket.
That looked like a continuation to me.
Foul is on Charlie Collier.
Cambage post up. She's into her action. Oh, that's a continuation. Give her the 2.
Answer is no. Look, we've seen some great basketball already today, including Liz Cambage looking around. Yeah, she gets fed a lot, but she can feed it too. Over to Raquana Williams. We're going to talk more alum coming up.
Camille Little, she's out of North Carolina. She was a 2nd-round pick, and Dan Hughes was really surprised that Little was available. She played with a tremendous amount of energy. She was a stretch 4, long, lengthy, could shoot it on the face-up. A great player, had a 13-year career in the WNBA.
Yep, she's now Camille Smith. Her 1-year anniversary is coming up this next week. So another one celebrating in Vegas.
She said her husband came to North Carolina and packed her up and brought her to Fort Worth.
That's the way you do it when you find a good woman.
But she is still a great supporter of the WNBA, living in the Fort Worth area. She goes to a lot of the Dallas Wing games. She's still staying involved and around the league.
That's how they met. They re-met. They first met in Israel, and then they met again at a Wings game, her and her husband, season ticket holders. Of course, Camille Little was an assistant coach from afar in the Wubble. Last year, she had just gotten married, so she would do her scouting reports and then send them in.
Yeah, and she did a lot of good work for Brian Agler when he was the head coach last season. But it was interesting talking to Camille Little Smith, and she talked about the players she played with, like Helen Darling. She played with Vicki Johnson, Becky Hammond. She gave a great appreciation for the vets that she played with. Wendy Palmer, who was here for the first game when we hosted the alum coming back.
Celebrating alum all year long. Bring them back whether you played for San Antonio, Utah, or Vegas. A turnover right out of the break. Here's the speed. Mabry looks at it, and makes it.
That's the 6th turnover for the Aces, and that was one of the things Bill Laimbeer told us before the game. You gotta not allow turnovers to allow Dallas to get into an up-tempo game.
A'ja Wilson was thinking she was going to get a foul called there, but didn't.
Well, the Dallas Wings, they're just playing with pace. That's the thing that you have to be most concerned with when you're defending Dallas. You can't turn the ball over because they've got so many weapons, and especially when Mabry and Agumbawali are on the floor at the same time.
After leading by 11, an 8-0 Dallas run, and Dallas takes the lead.
But when the Aces need a bucket, they play through. What Bill Laimbeer wants them to do is play through A'ja Wilson.
The foul is on Charlie Collier, her second. And they are in the bonus.
But since Bill Laimbeer has arrived in Vegas, I think his priority has been to lead the league in free throw attempts. They average about 20 free throw attempts a game.
We need one more to fill the block. Let's go. One more to fill. One more to fill. Sub's got to come between.
Liz Cambage is in the line for 2 shots.
I love this crowd here at Michelob Ultra Arena. The house is so much fun. Arena announcer just said Liz Cambage is at the line for 2 shots, and the whole crowd remembers. They go, 2 shots! A lot of conversation.
Well, I think Cambage is a little bothered where Charlie Collier is standing because it's in her eye line side of the free throw. Got to block it out.
Collier out. Isabel Harrison in. Liz Cambage needs to move on. May dance around and no good. You talked about the turnovers earlier for Vegas. It's hurt them because Dallas has been converting them.
Yeah, 15 points off turnovers for the Dallas Wings.
No foul. Aces basketball. You've got your starting lineup back out there for Las Vegas. Shot clock's at 10. There's plenty of time, but boy, there's fouls on so many possessions here. I think that one's on Liz Cambage.
Yeah, Kayla Thornton got caught really mousing the house defending Liz Cambage, but she held her own down low. I mean, but you know what? How's that not a defensive foul, though? Because it seemed like Thornton had a hook on Cambage.
That's because we get to see it on the replay, right?
Right. We get the benefit of the doubt. Hindsight's 20/20, right?
It is. And Chelsea Gray underneath, fighting through for the Vegas Aces to regain the lead.
Yeah, Chelsea Gray is a point guard who can score. And the balance, she's not just a distributor because of her size, and also she's got that savvy, that basketball savvy. She knew that she had the size advantage on Ty Harris down low and got her with the up and under.
Las Vegas has 1 offensive board. Dallas Wings have 5. While the officials are having a conversation, I'm not sure what their conversation is about.
They're back to talking about offensive rebounding. The Dallas Wings have had the opportunity to have more offensive rebounds because they're shooting 35%.
Right.
The Las Vegas Aces, they're shooting 52%. Less offensive rebounds to be had.
That is true. On defensive rebounds, Aces 17. 17 of their 18. I mean, they are doing what they need to do on the boards. Out rebounding the wings 18-13.
Well, and I'm keeping an eye on A'ja Wilson. She has done a tremendous job of boxing out. That's not a stat that's going to show up in the box score, but that's allowing her to mix it up rebounding-wise.
We're told that there is a shot clock issue right now, and so, well, we talked already that we're going to have John Gruden, the Raiders head coach, at halftime. This team is owned by Mark Davis, who also owns the Raiders. How about just win, baby? Because nobody does it more consistently than the Aces have over the last couple of years.
Well, since 2019, the Aces have won 46 games. Just putting it together, and the balance, the movement that Bill Laimbeer has made. I mean, if you look at the adjustments from last year, Jackie Young was coming off the bench. She was that spark, and even without Angel McCautry, and I know the Aces miss her and hope her to have a speedy recovery from that ACL, but Jackie Young and Raquana Williams in the starting lineup, but they're still getting that spark from De'Erica Hamby.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, it was an entirely different group in some ways. I mean, A'ja Wilson being the only person who started in the finals last year. So it has really been a credit to Bill Laimbeer's coaching that he's put those combinations together time after time.
I can remember having a conversation with Cheryl Reeve, and her compliment of Bill Laimbeer was that he was one of the best of not only getting the right people on the bus, but getting the right people in the right seats. He is a master of helping people understand their roles, buying into their roles, and being the best they could be.
Talking about getting the right people in the right roles and in the right seats, a reminder that we have an interview with Raiders head coach John Gruden coming up. He's in the seats here watching the game, and he's a big Aces fan, has been watching the Aces All-In post-game show. Big fan of yours, CP.
Well, and he's up in the box right now with some of the Aces alum visiting with them. So I can't wait to talk about what they're talking about upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, when we were talking to Camille Little-Smith earlier today, she said she wants to get back into coaching, right? She coached with Dallas. She took this year off, but she's like, yeah, I'm ready. She 13 years in the league, and she said, I knew when I was done. I felt like I was done. I feel good about it. So up there talking to a Super Bowl winning coach, I like it.
You absorb any opportunity that you have to gain information from the greats, from somebody who knows how to win.
All right, I believe the clock has been fixed. So there's a little bit of a rest for the Aces. And look at Sugar Rogers there talking to Liz Cambage. You know, our producer, Mark Balk, we're sitting here dancing to the songs. Mark, you told us to be a little more professional. He didn't say those words.
I need to entertain.
Why can you not let us?
I got to entertain Anne-Marie while the officials are trying to figure things out.
Yeah, I got a short attention span. Back to the game. Clock has been fixed. Balk has been called out. Baseline for the Wings. This is the largest lead of the game for Dallas after that bucket by Thornton. Liz Cambage. When you got 6'8" laid out trying to get that ball, shows everybody aggressive, tone setter. Inside, though, that was my house.
I keep telling you, the defense that A'ja Wilson has played today, she may only have 4 points on the ball in the ball game, but her presence defensively has been huge, and that is terrific. Just straight up defense, 2 hands, blocks, denies Izzy Harrison.
House is on fire right now. She'll be at the free throw line. There's your leader. You talked about a volleyball block you saw on the other side. That actually was a volleyball block. 2 hands, nice spread, good press from the shoulders.
You would know.
I'm just saying. She'd be MVP over there probably too.
I mean, because the extension up.
Yes.
Both hands.
Yep. But the free throws, which are usually an incredibly strong part of the Aces game, they're now 5 for 9 from the line. So something to keep an eye on. Little turnaround, no good. But there's another opportunity. As you said, missed shots, 0 boards. No third chance this time. Liz Cambage down on the ground. Still hustling it back. Asia Wilson, surrounded by wings, no problem.
Buckets right there. When the Aces need to, they know they can go to the reigning MVP, Asia Wilson.
Harrison coming through the middle. We'll see who the foul is on. It is on Liz Cambage.
But the defense that has been provided by Asia Wilson, she's been the stopper, been the difference inside. Denies anything easy inside.
It's the WNBA record for most blocked shots in a game.
Harrison at the foul line. Comes up short. Aces on the move. Tied up at 36 apiece late in the second quarter. Asia Wilson, you talked about her defensive work last 2 possessions. She's gone to the offensive side.
Look, she might not be when you want it, but she's right on time for the Aces.
Little shake and shimmy. Laquana Williams mad at herself for that foul.
You look at Asia Wilson come down the floor. She's calling for it. Get me right here in the pocket. I can make it happen, and she does.
That's one of the things that Bill Lambier said after that road trip. He said, I want Asia Wilson to demand the ball. She was doing it.
You remember late in that New York game, he had to call a timeout to remind the guards who they had on the team with them. That was Asia Wilson. Get the ball inside.
That's right. And he puts it right on Asia's shoulders and said, if they're not getting it to you, you demand it.
And she welcomes it.
Yeah.
He is really helping her go from there. She is a good player, a great player. She's even becoming even greater player and can be one of the GOATs to play this game.
Over to Liz Cambage. Oh!
That was a perfect pass, though, to Liz Cambage from Asia Wilson, throwing it over the top, but looks like Marina Mabry may have gotten in the face. The pass over the top. But just when Cambage was turning to go the other direction, I didn't see anything excessive or extra. Cambage was just pivoting to get back on defense.
Yep, foul was on Cambage. Well, you talked a moment ago about Asia Wilson having potential to be one of the all-time GOATs. We got Jen Azey in the house today, another alum being celebrated here this weekend. That's a GOAT.
And she's from East Tennessee. She's from my neck of the woods.
They're going to take a look at that last play again. Because, again, they're checking. You said you didn't see anything excessive or intentional about it.
Well, look, as a center, your arms are up, and she does not know that Mabry was there. She's just turning to head back defensively. She has no idea. It was not intentional. She is just looking for trying to get the rebound and then get back on defense.
The officials have looked at that as well, discussed, and are going to share their decision. Liz's face tells a lot, though. She's got an expressive face, Liz Cambage does.
They call that a flagrant one?
Yeah, they did.
After review, the officials have determined that the personal foul on Liz Cambage does not meet the criteria of a flagrant foul.
It does not.
Does not meet the criteria of a flagrant foul. We were listening to the arena announcer there for a moment.
And when nobody lined up on the free throw line, I'm like, no, that it can be a foul, but there was nothing intentional or excessive on that play.
Back in from the Aces, number
Mabry
10,
knocking that down. Cambage taking a rest. Kelsey Plum in.
Okay. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Baby. No good. No second chance.
Yeah, Izzy Harrison inside. Now the Aces have to focus on Mabry and Enrique Agumbawale. These two closers.
Little teardrop's no good. But Zabala gets it. Did she step out of bounds?
Well, they reset the shot clock, and the ball did not hit the rim.
Yep. It's being reset now. Oh, you're a genius, Carolyn. I know. I have to. You need a lot of validation for somebody who was a head coach and a GM and won a national championship, but it's okay.
I'm just letting you know what I saw of what happened.
Yeah, but there's that, but then there's also the look you give me right after you call it, and then you hear it from the arena announcers like, I told you.
Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute.
They want to look at it? No.
Now 10 seconds, as loud as you can get. In 3, 2.
10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Long ball, no good. Hamby rebound, and Kelsey Plum. So many people in the way. Out of bounds. Another turnover.
Well, the rotation. Plum's got to recognize the help side coming on the backside.
So a turnover, and then points. 3-point lead for the Wings after trailing by 11 early. Plum for 3. Knocking it down, nothing but net. Kelsey Plum.
It could go, Dallas can go 2 for 1.
Shots up, no good. De'Erica Hamby trying to get a part of it with a longer rebound.
That will drive a coach nuts. You know, you have an opportunity to have last possession when you give up a rebound.
And it's Dallas ball.
Checking in for the Aces.
I mean, they are back and forth going at it right here. Mabry on the layup and the finish, then the other direction coming down. Kelsey Plum hitting the 3. That's why we're all knotted up at 41.
Dallas takes a timeout. .41 apiece as you look at Kelsey Plum. Came in, hit a big shot. Dallas players having a conversation. Mickey Johnson, head coach in her second season with the Dallas Wings, who put 3 wins together, and they're on a tough road trip. The Dallas Wings are, as they just beat Phoenix twice, beat Seattle before that. They had 2 overtime losses to Seattle, heartbreakers. I mean, this team has been good all year long. Their losses were not by many points.
Single digits, average of 4.6 points in those games was the average differential.
So a hot streak, and this has been on the road at Seattle, on the road twice, on the road in Phoenix, and on road here. So 5th game of a long road stretch for the Wings.
The Aces have no sympathy for that, for the road trip they just came off of.
Absolutely. Here's the Aces' upcoming schedule. They earn the week at home and then a week playing at home. They got the Liberty twice. They had the Liberty on the road just last week or the week before. They all run together 2 weeks ago. And then off to Minnesota we go. And that'll be a really interesting matchup. Lynx.
You'll have Liz Cambage going against the great Sylvia Fowles. That'll be a nice matchup.
Keep it going. We need you louder than that.
WNBA has said of O'Connor Williams, she came in to shoot. That's why we brought her in, but I didn't know she was this good a defender.
Well, now Destiny Slocum got Mabry. Bebe's on Arika Gumbawale.
First minutes of the game for Destiny Slocum. That's how much Billy and Beer trusts her. 4 seconds to the half.
Separate. Let's go.
There's bodies all over the floor.
Separate. Let's go.
Jackie Young and Satu Sabli were having a little bit of a conversation.
A lot of stoppages today as the coach is taking an opportunity again to talk.
Well, there's a lot on the line.
Yeah.
Dallas is trying to creep up from that 5th spot. The Aces want to hang on to that 3 spot in the standings.
Yeah, and this road stretch, I mean, right now they have won 3 of 4 in this road stretch. That is great success. Taking a look at the standings again, for those of you who weren't with us at the beginning, you must have been late. Where were you? Because we talked about this. The Aces are 3rd in the league. The Wings beat the Mercury twice this week to move up to be in a tie for 5th.
Well, the Aces are trying to continue to accumulate wins. You've got the Connecticut Sun that are playing without Jonquil Jones right now. So
that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, Kurt Miller's going to have to do a little chess strategy for his team to fill that gap, because Jonquil Jones, there was a lot. I think that could be a double.
Just being pulled down by your face and hair there. Let's take a look at it again.
I think both players were guilty of the takedown.
Is Young being pulled down by her hair at that point?
Ooh. Well, but did Young pull first? I don't know. There was a lot of contact between both of them.
And it wasn't a hug.
No, it was not.
Refs are taking a look at this, as we are. I don't know. It looked like if I'm going down, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
And you know.
Well, and remember, that is between Jackie Young and Satu Sabli, and you talked about how aggressive she played, and you get used to playing 3-on-3.
Right.
Jackie Young was trying to hold her own down low, because Satu Sabli had been posting up Jackie Young because she's got a height advantage.
Yeah, Satu Sabli, Alicia Gray, Kelsey Plum, all were playing 3-on-3, spent some time away over there. Plum said she thinks the three-point line is a little deeper. The ball is a men's ball, so it's a heavier ball. Satu Sabli telling us it seems like a long way at first to run the full court after playing half court. They told us so many great stories about it. Plum said you get 1 minute to warm up. Satu said the same as well. Of course, it's being decided right now what happened between these two players, Jackie Young on the left and Satu Sabli on the right.
And they're two contrasting expression of players. Jackie Young would be a tremendous poker player.
Unbothered.
Unbothered. Where sometimes Satu Sabli can play with all the emotion on her face.
Let's look regular speed from above the basket. See what you can see.
don't know. Satu may have started it on the hook. Satu on the hook on the pull down. Then Jackie retaliated. Then Satu came again.
Yep.
It's action, reaction, reaction.
And opposite reaction. There's some kind of physics in there.
Yeah.
It's a flagrant 1 is what they called.
On Satu Sabali.
Satu Sabali. So Jackie Young will go to the line.
Done a good job on the officials to really study it until they got it right.
Young will shoot 2 shots. I know you wanted to say it too, and I thought about it and stopped myself. Jackie Young has been so good from the line. I didn't want to say it between the 2 shots.
Well, what I was thinking is if she makes those, the ball doesn't lie. So
Right.
if she made them, the officials got it right.
There you go.
2 seconds remaining on the game clock.
2 seconds remaining in this half. Destiny Slocum and Asia Wilson will take the shot and make it before the buzzer. And for Asia Wilson, if this bucket is good with the clock, it's her 10 points. And so again, she's 41st straight game in double-figure scoring.
It's
We're gonna look at the
just what the doctor orders. Check out the shot clock. There's enough time. She gets the ball. It gets out of her hands. I think that's good. The officials are taking a look at it. But Bill Lambier orders it up. When he needs his Aces team to get a basket, he will play through number 22, Asia Wilson.
Point 1. And then as we go super slow, you'll see leaves the hand.
But the clock lit up with 0.1 seconds still on the clock. Look, it's 0.1, but the clock lit up. Ooh.
Oh boy, and so they're calling it no basket.
43, Dallas Wings, 41. ESPN Radio.
So on the release, 0.1. I mean, that is so close. I think the officials got it right though. Yeah.
Okay. So 41 apiece at the half. Stand by for Asia Wilson's 41st straight game in double-figure scoring. And you know what we have coming up next? Halftime at the house. John Gruden, head coach of the Raiders, will be here with us in the house for an interview. Welcome back to the house. Second half about to get underway. There is the crew, the dance crew for the Aces. Carol and Peck, let me ask you this. We talked about keys at the beginning. I remember them all because they were really snappy. Removal of the rust. How'd the Aces do?
I think the rust they have shaken off that rust if there were any. Rebounding, they are owning the boards where they're leading 19-13, but they have given up 19 offensive boards. And then the control and the speed, low fast break points for both teams.
And I just want to catch it. It's 19-23.
19-23.
Right.
Yes.
You said 13.
Oh, yeah.
23 Aces to 19 Wings. I was just going to catch you before you got too far away.
I appreciate that.
The stats are tiny, those little numbers.
I didn't have my specs on.
Foul right out of the gate.
But I'm going to tell you, the good news for the Aces, they are shooting 51.6% from the floor. They have 11 assists. The bad news is 10 turnovers. Every possession, they've got a high percentage shot. They just got to stop turning the ball over.
Couple of quick fouls on the Wings. First, Charlie Collier picks up her third, and then Alicia Gray picks up a foul. Whoa! 3 quick Wings fouls.
Wings foul on number 15, Alicia Gray, her third.
I'm not going to say Cambage didn't do a little acting, but Alicia Gray did kind of grab her as she turned the corner right there.
Yeah.
And there's a foul on you, Anne-Marie Anderson.
I'm like, you try grabbing me. That's why we have plexiglass between us, you know. We don't have to. I asked for it. I'm going to move our plexiglass a little bit more. You see, you're touching me. That's 3 on you. 3 on you.
I have 6 to give.
Another wings bucket.
See, that's the versatility of Satou Sabally. You got Kayla Thornton that can post up, Sabally on the face-up game. But this is where you go when you want buckets.
Asia Wilson now 10 points, her 41st straight game with double-figure scoring. Arike Agumbawale has not yet hit double-figure scoring, so for Asia Wilson, her 41st game.
Just down low. When she gets 2 feet in the paint, she just reads the defense so well.
Shot clock is down to 4. Former ace Mariah Jefferson nails it from deep. That's the first bucket from Jefferson today. Liz Cambage. Second effort was worth it.
Cambage thought there was some contact there.
Satou Sabally hits the front of the iron. Hard rebound, no foul. Agumbawale right to the inside and knocked down by Collier.
That's the top pick in the WNBA draft, the versatility that she has with that face-up game, Charlie Collier.
Asia Wilson all left it up there for everyone to admire.
It's almost like Asia took that first quarter to figure out where her spots were, what she needed to do, and then got turned up.
Well, and you talked about it early. Her defense in that first quarter was a huge difference maker.
Absolutely. She was the eraser inside anything Dallas tried to bring in the paint.
Chelsea Gray found some open air. Taking a look. Aces regain the lead, but it's a back and forth seesaw.
Well, what Bill Laimbeer wants first is paint points. Then he wants to get to the free throw line and play with pace.
No good on that.
Dallas moving the basketball. Keep an eye on Asia Wilson and Raquana Williams and Chelsea Gray, how they tried to cover for each other with the ball movement, but just making the extra pass allowed Mariah Jefferson to be open for that 3. She didn't get much time, but just enough.
That's all she needed.
But Asia Wilson's been all over the floor defensively. How she is moving and covering for her teammates.
Wilson from 17 feet, no good. Mariah Jefferson dared from the three-point line again. Right over Liz's shoulder, no foul. Chelsea Gray comes up short. You know, we're all thinking it as Gray goes down. Where's she going to pass to? Who's she seeing? And a good basket and one for Arike Agumbawale.
And as soon as the Aces come down to score, Agumbawale's coming the other direction, and she has one thing on her mind: get to the basket.
Returning from the Aces, number 5, De'Erica Henry.
Agumbawale with 8 points right now. She's looking for her 48th consecutive game with double-figure scoring, and she's only 1 point away.
Well, this is the second leading scorer in the WNBA. For the Aces to keep her under 10 by the half, it's a full-time job.
Yep, she and Jackie Young and Marina Mabry. Oh, from Asia Wilson.
Do you see the emotion?
Yes, from the leader.
Asia Wilson just powers Bella Oury down low, and then with the finish. Look, everybody in the country knows Asia Wilson is left-handed. That's going to her strong hand on the pivot and the finish.
I feel like we got to mark the moment, because if that's where things for the Aces start to feed off of that energy and the demands that you could see on Asia's face, we'll just remember, it was at 53 apiece. Now here's a takeaway. There's Chelsea Gray trying to go to Dearica Hamby. Remember, you're going to get that ball at the side of your head. Fight, right? Fighting for it is Asia Wilson.
Well, she has brought the might. She competing, not quitting on any play. Asia Wilson has been a tremendous leader for the Aces today. Watch Asia Wilson go snatch that rebound. Give me that.
That was a loose ball foul. And so it's also puts the Dallas Wings in the penalty. So Wilson going to shoot.
For 2 shots. Returning from the Aces, number 10, Kelsey Plum.
In comes John Gruden's favorite player, Chelsea Plum. He told us in our interview at the half how he is a big Plum fan, of course an Asia Wilson fan as well, as she hits 2. Hope you caught that interview with John Gruden here in the house at the half. He has been here since warm-ups watching these players.
He had to see Kelsey Plum warm up. She's the first one out on the court. She'll be the last one probably to leave the locker room today.
Yep, and he knew it. Satu Sabali underneath. What's Satu Sabali doing well?
She's been aggressive to the basket.
The emotion from Asia Wilson. And this is where you get your team pumped up. Look at that face. Let's go talk about some alums. It doesn't matter how long you played for one of these franchises, you are going to get celebrated. And one of the guests here of Aces owner Mark Davis is Shira Gash.
And Shira Eli Gash, she was drafted in 2005 by the San Antonio Silver Stars. She was later traded and played in Seattle, Chicago, and Indiana. Her career was shortened or come to a close with injury. She said for a few years it was hard for her to watch the league, but this has been a great experience for her to be back in Los Angeles and be associated with this franchise.
Yeah, it's been fun talking to her, and she's done great things afterwards. First of all, she's getting a little bit of time away from her lovely sons, Isaac and Elijah. She brought her husband, Rich, but she also started her own styling company, and one of her first clients was Aces president, Nikki Fargas.
Styles by Miss Eli. She styled Nikki Fargas while she was coaching at UCLA and at LSU. And look, make sure you check out the shoes and the heels, but even accessorizing from head to toe. She is about branding and finding your style and about what you feel comfortable in. And she has also styled Candace Parker. Tasha Butts is an assistant coach at Georgia Tech right now, and she's had a few other clients as well. So she's gone on, and she works for the Jordan brand for Nike and helping them design clothes for athletic women, especially the tall ones. I love this.
I love that. Satu Sabali at the line. And I was asking you earlier, what has Satu done well in this game? She's been a huge spot for the Stars.
Well, she's had a scoring the Wings. She's had a scoring mentality, aggressive. She's shooting 46% from the floor. She's gotten to the free throw line. She's been on the glass, but she has been the aggressor offensively for the Dallas Wings. She's got 17 points.
17 points for Satu Sabali, and that foul is going to be on Allery. And look at the emotion again from A'ja Wilson.
I almost get the feeling from A'ja Wilson, okay, I'm tired of just messing around right now. We need to take over.
Fourth foul on Allery, and A'ja Wilson pumped up about it.
Well, and the emotion that she plays with, that intensity, it becomes infectious throughout the rest of the team.
That's what a leader does, right? She's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. She's got 21 points, 9 rebounds. A'ja Wilson doing it all, and that doesn't include all those blocks or touches or defensive stops that she's had as well.
But you watch just the footwork and the work that A'ja Wilson has put in the offseason. She reads the defense and then attacking, reads that. Bella Allery knows that the potential to come back to the left is high, so that she takes to the baseline to use that right.
Kicked back out. Sabali thought about it, hesitated for a moment. Shot clock is down to 3, no problem though. Izzy Harrison turns around.
That's a smooth shot from Izzy Harrison in the paint over A'ja Wilson.
A'ja Wilson fading away. No good on that one. Long ball. Second chance, but no third chance thanks to Diarra Hamby. Plum. Couple of shots not falling, and
Sabali's all alone on the backside.
Dallas can take the lead here or tie, and they go for 2 and tie. Inside, 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Plum, nice pass over to Young. Jackie Young for 3.
Jackie Young just hasn't been shooting from the 3 so far this year. She's much better going off the bounce, getting in the paint.
Harrison. No good. Hamby continues to pull it down and not let any second chances. She's got 7 rebounds.
The Dallas spacing, when you have Satu Sabali, you see her on the backside. Hamby recognizes it and she's pointing, but she's also knowing that she may have to bring the help. So when Thornton goes hard to the middle, Satu Sabali does a nice job of just creeping along that baseline.
Plum knocking it down. Cambage and Gray come in, and A'ja Wilson gets a little bit of a rest. She's played 25 minutes.
Well, the Aces have had success in having the ability to go inside with A'ja Wilson. Now can they get on the back of Liz Cambage to finish out this quarter?
Yeah. Dallas has gone 10 deep in players played. This one over to Plum. Plum for 3. Oh!
I mean, that was halfway down and came back out.
Plum, of course, roommates with Alicia Gray over 3-on-3 basketball as USA qualified. She said, so we're extra, extra close. That's the way she described it.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Baseline. It's those rebounds. And Plum takes it away. There's nobody in front of her. Kelsey Plum with the takeaway and bucket.
That's what Plum and Hamby bring, coming in off the bench, just picking up the tempo, picking up that pace.
That's why she's John Gruden's favorite player.
Kelsey Plum, just the quick hands on the outlet pass, and then Plum going. Yeah, that's exactly what the Aces are looking for.
Fouls on De'Erica Hamby, her second. First one is good from Ty Harris. Agumbawale and Allery have re-entered for Dallas.
Yeah, but this last minute 28. Got to believe the Aces are going to look to get touches for Cambage. See if a double team comes. If it doesn't, it should be an easy automatic 2. If it does, then swing the ball, move the ball, find your shooters on the perimeter.
Liz Cambage getting it to her inside, just coming up short. This is what the Wings do. I mean, this is what they've been doing, is getting more and more comfortable, keeping it fresh. There's nobody on that team that's played 25 minutes like there's 2 for the Aces. Agumbawale is close, though, with 22 minutes. And the foul is on Arike Agumbawale. It's her second.
Keep an eye on a streak break. I think it'll be difficult to keep Arike Agumbawale from scoring a bucket in the 4th quarter, but she only has 9 points so far.
Yeah, exactly. A double-figure scoring, of course. That would be 48, the longest active streak. She's also had 20 points in 6 games. Agumbawale has.
That's exactly what I was looking for from the Aces. Looking that, going inside to Liz Cambage. And Marina Mabry coming in to help Allery and gets called on the foul. She cannot believe it.
And technical foul on Arike Agumbawale.
You see Vicki Johnson call her over. Agumbawale wanted a call when she went in on the other end, no call.
Watching Vicki Johnson talk to Agumbawale. And again, we talked about it before. You said that's just coaching. Agumbawale's venting, and Vicki's just nice and calm.
But Vicki's been a coach from her days as a player. I'd see her many a time talking to her teammates, keeping everybody's head level-headed, keep them in check, whether it be she with the New York Liberty or when she was in San Antonio.
We talked about her being an alum of this organization when she was with San Antonio. She's being brought back at one point, too, this year. Right now, we're celebrating her and talking about her a bunch, but Mark Davis says, yeah, I know you're the coach of the Dallas Wings, but you're also part of this family forever.
Absolutely. And she was a great contributor in San Antonio.
Agumbawale going straight at it. And yeah, that foul is going to be on Liz. It's Liz Cambage's 3rd personal.
Agumbawale coming full speed down the middle, going straight at 6'8".
Liz.
Cambage is like, what happened? She came at me.
Her whole face is a meme, right? And so for Arike Agumbawale, she did get now her 48th straight game in double-figure scoring. Chelsea Gray calls her own number. It's final seconds. 2-point lead for the Aces. Fourth quarter coming up. It's going to be hot in the house. If you think it's hot outside, you should be in the house. It's a 2-point game between two teams in the West. Commissioner's Cup game. Welcome back in to Michelob Ultra Arena. Fourth quarter getting underway. Aces +2 as we start the quarter. Carolyn, I'm going to put you on the spot. What are your keys for this quarter?
Rebounding. Rebounding, period. Second chance opportunities, and who is going to get it done in the paint?
Yeah, it's 108 degrees outside, but the heat in here is probably bigger, and it's because of Liz Cambage and Asia Wilson. And look at Asia Wilson gives Liz a smile.
Yeah, here's the thing, is the guaranteed money for the Aces is getting it done in the paint, where for Dallas, Marina Mabry and Enrique Agumbawale, those are the threats for the Dallas Wings.
Right on cue, Enrique Agumbawale takes the three, no good, and Liz Cambage makes sure there's no second chance. Asia Wilson, who else with the putback? Dallas takes a timeout.
But you check out Asia Wilson and the work that she is doing. Getting on the glass, she has been so tough.
6-point lead for the Las Vegas Aces. We've had a great time in the house. It's time to celebrate another GOAT, Jennifer Azzi. Jennifer Hardick Azzi now. Utah Stars and San Antonio Stars. She's in the house being celebrated.
When Jennifer Azzi was drafted in 1999 to the Detroit Shock, that's when Nancy Lieberman was the head coach, and then came and spent some time in San Antonio. She is the career leader in three-point field goal. I tell you, she played with such energy and heart. When you looked at Jennifer Azzi play, you were like, when is she ever going to get tired? I saw her last night. She's still not tired. She still brings that kind of energy.
And she's got a little kid now, right?
She's got two of them.
Two of them. Jennifer Azzi, look at that, right at the buzzer. It's so much fun to have her here, celebrate her. After the game, Mark Davis will have dinner with all the alum, and boy, it's a special moment when they really get to see that he means every word of it. I mean, John Gruden said Al Davis was a huge women's basketball fan, that he remembers that. Mark told us that. He's like, he probably could tell you where all these athletes went to high school.
Yeah.
That they're looking at.
Yeah, it's not just words, it's not just signing a check, but he connects with these women, and it really shows the appreciation for what they have done to get this league where it is. This is the 25th year anniversary.
Yep. 9 minutes remaining, 6-point lead for the Aces. Wings ball. Satu Sabli, that was a lot of room. No good. Liz Cambage going to work.
Well, and limiting the Aces, limiting the second chance opportunities from the Wings.
Chelsea Gray getting spicy.
And where are they going? In the paint. I wonder at what point will Dallas consider possibly going to a zone and trying to force the Aces to shoot the ball from outside.
Went off an Aces player, and so it's a Dallas turnover, or Dallas ball.
See just how Chelsea Gray just protects the basketball and takes Marina Mabry off the bounce. Able to get the finish in the paint.
Sally sells, she sells down by the seashore. It's hard. Gray pushing it ahead to Plum, but not far enough. Plum was there, but so was Mabry. Agumbawale. Uh-oh. That's going to be Liz's fourth. Liz Cambage's fourth foul.
Bill Lambier holding his head. His team averages 11 turnovers. They're at 11 right now, early in the fourth. And we got a pretty close ball game here.
Yeah, and those limiting the second chance points has been Liz, you know, rebounding since she was
Yeah.
I got it, says Liz with a big smile. No good there. Chelsea Gray looking around. Everyone's always an option when Gray has the ball in her hands.
And the high-low action. Oh, just too short. You need to either throw it out of bounds or connect with Liz Cambage. You can't come up short.
Satu back out. Harrison, clear lane, down low.
It's just points for Dallas off turnovers from the Aces.
Sabali pulls up. Nobody's making a bugger right now. Lots of contact down low. The energy of Dallas. That was almost a very nice takeaway.
Well, the Aces are trying to get into a high-low set, but the Dallas Wings are taking away that high post pass. So the flasher that's coming to the top for the Aces, they've got to time it a little bit better. Not standing once the ball goes to the wing, but cutting and moving so the defense cannot deny that high post pass.
Before the shot, foul on Dallas is number 24.
So there was a foul on Arike Ogunbowale, her third, before the bucket. So she'll go out.
Marina
Mabry comes back in. Plum. No good, and a whistle.
Yeah, Hamby comes flying in from the baseline. Gets called for a loose ball foul.
Yep, her third. Second team foul for the Aces.
Can you crank it up again on defense?
So keep an eye on Kayla Thornton being guarded by Asia Wilson.
Mabry. Now pushed ahead to De'Erica Hamby. There's Gazelle, quick legs down the floor. Mariah Jefferson knew what was going on, put on her track shoes, but pass was pinpoint.
One of the reasons that De'Erica Hamby can get open in transition, watch her right here. She's going to contest the shot. She checks to see, sees her team's going to get the position, and then Chelsea Gray knows, just get the ball up in advance because Hamby's going to run for her.
Harrison again, baseline. That's two baseline for her recently.
Well, and from the same side, that little short corner here, our side of the court.
And a takeaway. Look at the energy that Dallas is playing with. Bucket Mariah Jefferson.
14 turnovers for the Aces.
And 21 Dallas points resulting from those 14 turnovers. No basket. And that's the fifth foul for Liz Cambage.
Cambage is on the backside. Well, that's the steal from Mariah Jefferson. that Cambage and Harrison got tangled up down low underneath, and Cambage called for the foul.
So now Cambage goes out, and that's tough, right? Because she's been doing such good work on the boards.
Yeah,
that she's in.
But it may not be a bad thing, because this allows the Aces to really have 5 players that can defend away from the basket.
Off Asadali's knee and out of bounds.
Let's see, you watch Cambage, she's boxing out. And just because of the height advantage of Cambage, and where her arms interlocked with Harrison, that's why she got called for that. And Bill Lambert's talked about Cambage is hard to officiate when she's playing against players that are smaller in size.
Yeah, and Cambage has said, like, she loves playing against players that are the same size for exactly that reason.
Absolutely.
Brittany Griner, she was saying, I love playing against her. Baby, when it counts, call baby.
I mean, she did the same thing when the Aces played New York in the 4th quarter. Big buckets to help extend the lead. Yeah, Raquana Williams, she's 3 for 8 from the floor, but crunch time down the stretch, little shot fake, little shake and bake, and able to knock it down. Yeah, now she's 4 for 9.
Started this game off, Raquana Williams did, with some big buckets. And then we've seen her both ways. In New York, she was quiet offensively. Defensively, she was doing great work. Hit some big ones at the end. For the game against Washington, starts it off hot. I mean, she's a veteran. You know, this is what she does. And in between, she's playing all kinds of defense.
I was going to say, regardless of whether she's making shots or not, Bill Lambert knows that he can trust Raquana Williams' defense.
Yep.
See Bill Lambert lean back. He wants Asia Wilson to get a touch next time down.
That foul's going to be on De'Erica Hamby. That's her 4th. The most fouls by Las Vegas this year prior to this game was 18. Today they have 24.
Wow. But that's how aggressive, and Bill Lambert talked about with the Wings, because of their depth in the bench, they can keep fresh bodies on the floor, where he doesn't have as much of the luxury. He doesn't have as deep a bench as Dallas does.
Yeah, and free throws, as we know from both sides, matters. For the Dallas Wings, they are 21 of 25 from the stripe today. They are converting when they get to the line. And boy, there's a lid on the bucket for the Aces, too.
You know who hadn't played for the Dallas Wings in this second half very much? Alicia Gray.
Yeah. Mabry. And you can see Asia positioning herself perfectly for that rebound.
Well, she has just done a phenomenal job in boxing out and then pursuing the basketball.
Asia Wilson comes up short, and I think that foul is on Mabry. It's her 4th foul on Marina Mabry.
You watch when the ball goes inside to Asia Wilson. The rest of the Aces players need to space out instead of crowding the lane, because that allows their defenders to come in and bring the double team.
Another turnover. Raquana Williams getting a piece of it and taking it away. That's the defense that you need from Williams, and you get consistently.
So now under 14 seconds, Bill Laimbeer wants a timeout. Wants to make sure the ball goes through A'ja Wilson. We were talking about Raquana Williams offensively, but defensively, playing with your hands up and then steal it, the takeaway, and that allows aces the other direction.
As you see Raquana Williams there on the bench with 9 points, but the player of the game for the Aces, 23 points, 12 rebounds, A'ja Wilson.
I wish there was a statistical category for box outs as well, because she has brought it all. She has been a go-to person. When the Aces have needed a bucket, they could count on number 22 to get you 2. And she's also cleaned the glass as well. She's brought the energy. She's brought the spunk. She's brought the might for the Las Vegas Aces.
It's that energy, that fight you see there. She just is going to will it as much as she can and lead this team.
And Bill Laimbeer has talked about this team goes as A'ja Wilson goes, and she's gone pretty daggone good so far today.
Demanding the ball, leading the team. She's the second longest active scoring streak in the league at 41. Arike Ogunbowale moved up to 48 consecutive games, so you got the top 2 in the league here. But A'ja Wilson, what hasn't she done today? So for the Aces, what do they need to do coming out of this break?
Well, there's got to be tremendous defensive communication. You've got to be able to rotate, because Dallas is going to look to run things through Sabally, Ogunbowale, and Marina Mabry. So, and all 3 of those players are terrific shooters from the perimeter. Number 2, the Aces on offense. They've got to play through A'ja Wilson, and they have got to make sure they don't turn the ball over. That would lead into transition for the wings. And then finish the defense. If the wings get a shot, finish it with a box out. Cannot allow second chance opportunities, and quit fouling. Quit putting the wings on the free throw line.
Yeah, 24 fouls as we talked about. The Wings have 23 fouls, so the numbers is similar, but again, there's a little bit of a slow start from the free throw line for the Aces. Aces have taken less shots, been much more efficient. We've talked about that. They're shooting 46% from the floor. A'ja Wilson had a little air in front of her. Rebound and fouled.
Yeah, Bill Laimbeer, he was up on his feet as soon as A'ja made that move. If they hadn't blown the whistle, this communication could have been a little more intense than it is right now.
A'ja Wilson makes that free throw. You've got to think she's going to be part of the Olympic team, even though it hasn't been announced yet.
Well, and she doesn't just
take it for granted.
She doesn't one bit. She's like, I got to continue to work to make that team. She would love to be part of that team going to Japan, but it is nothing given.
Yep, not at all. And when asked about it this week, she said exactly that. She's like, well, first I need to make the team.
That's another deflection by Raquana Williams.
Look, another foul on De'Erica Hamby, and that's her 5th. So Hamby and Liz Cambage each with 5 fouls, 2:30 remaining. Sabally at the line has 19 points. She'll shoot 2.
Checking in for the Aces, number 8, Liz Cambage.
As De'Erica goes out with her 5 fouls, Liz Cambage comes in with hers. There's the look at buckets. He's back, cheering on the Aces. 20-point game for Satou Sabally. There she is, getting it done, the 2020 MVP.
When you put Liz Cambage into the game and you bring Asia Wilson to the high post, I want you to check out how Cambage comes in and post up big. That leaves the lane for Asia Wilson to drive to her strength on the left side of the floor.
And that's what MVP players do, right? They take advantage of the opportunity. When they get to the line, they make it. It's a 5-point lead again. 2 minutes remaining.
Well, and playing together, understanding where Cambage was going to be, and Asia Wilson knowing where her opportunity was going to be.
Mariah Jefferson in. There's more defense by Asia Wilson.
Well, and again, on the baseline rotation at the top, extending herself and getting the stop.
Asia touching her face. She got hit in the face. You can see the red there. It's like, hey, don't touch the franchise. She's got some redness under her eyes there, she explains.
Oh, that's her moneymaker right there.
Oh, I know. That's her franchise. Her personal franchise.
Well, now, Vicki Johnson wanted to call the timeout so that she could make sure they got a good shot. The rotation that she has seen from the Las Vegas Aces, Vicki Johnson's got to be looking at what the defensive rotations would be, and the Aces have to be aware. You over-rotate, you cannot allow Dallas to leave perimeter shooters open, especially when you're looking at Kayla Thornton can shoot the three, or Marina Mabry. It's got to be communication, because Liz Cambage pretty much is going to stay in the paint. Everybody else has got to cover the perimeter.
Sabali. Asia Wilson, this time, plenty high for Liz. Liz Cambage is fouled.
It is the exact great pass. You've got to throw the ball over the top. You cannot leave that pass short when you're throwing to 6'8". Throw it out of bounds. At least you can get your defense set. But throw it haul enough to where Cambage can catch it above everybody else.
And every one of these conversions from the line is so big. And again, to your point, that's what we've seen earlier, right? You short Liz Cambage, there's everybody down there. I always say, don't bring it down to the little people. That's what I tell my daughter all the time. I'm like, have it up there. And I was like, well, who lives down here? And she said, all the little people. And I said, that's right.
Yeah, Cambage does a terrific job of keeping the ball high. You just got to throw it up high to her. Cambage she's shaking off a little bit of frustration with the fouls that were called. She's playing with 5. She hit that free throw.
There you go. Your team is fired up. Starts with Asia Wilson being so fired up. Liz Cambage.
Cambage has brought a maturity to the game in her game this season. It is serious to her. And she has come in. She's played, don't get me wrong, she's played with a lot of joy, but she is so focused today and playing focused with the success. She is so excited. She is in this game. I'm staying focused.
Liz Cambage, 8 rebounds so far today. She is approaching 1,000 that she will get this week. You're the mathematician of the group. 26 minus 8 is 18.
18.
So 18 to go until she gets 1,000. Dearica Hamby also approaching 1,000 rebounds. I know she's not in right now, but she got 8 today, so she's 5 away from 1,000. Dearica Hamby, 2-time back-to-back 6th Woman of the Year.
keep an eye on Marina Mabry. She likes clutch last-second shots. Oh, a 5-second call.
5-second violation.
Vicki Johnson fired up. But you were saying that Mabry likes last-second shots. We all know Agumbawale likes last-second big-time shots. Of course, they were teammates along with Jackie Young on a national championship team at Notre Dame.
But she's also done it in the league, in the WNBA.
Oh, yeah. Liz with the no-look pass. She's got a lot of no-look passes and knocking it down. Say her name.
I'm going to have to splash you down with some cold water. You like that a lot from 6'8", knocking down the three.
I sure did. I also like the fire of the free throw, the 8-0 run that the Aces are on right now. There's a lot of things.
Liz Cambage. You say her name. Oh, you take away the high-low? She's gotten something for that right there. Hit the three. See the three. Be the three. That's all right, number 8.
Never forget that Bill Laimbeer hit 5 3-pointers in an NBA game in the finals in 1990, and he said it holds the record. He likes it when the big people hit those big, long shots.
Absolutely. Don't count them out.
Satu Sabali answers back. Final minute, 7-point lead.
Don't celebrate too soon.
No way.
Yeah, Dallas knows the Aces want to get into a high-low action. The posts have to be careful taking care of the ball.
Back out to Liz. Oh, my gosh. They called it travel. She thought about it.
And Bill Laimbeers, you did it. Yep, he shook his head. Yep.
Look at Liz. That's hands behind her back as she walks down. And she knows she won't doubt herself. She had that moment.
But it's a 7-point game.
Under 30 seconds remaining. Mabry. Raquana Williams rises to get that rebound. "11 seconds. The fans here at the house celebrating this team. The 3-game win streak for the Wings will end as the Aces defend the house.
A tremendous home court protection by the Las Vegas Aces. You have Liz Cambage. That was huge down the stretch, even though being in some foul trouble. But the leadership of Asia Wilson, 28 points, 14 rebounds, a defensive stopper inside.
And here they are again, swapping jerseys. Asia Wilson swapped jerseys. Last time they were at home, she's trying to get it started throughout the WNBA.
Well, just an appreciation for the camaraderie that goes along with the competition. And these women are very supportive of each other.
Yep, Joyner Holmes and Charlie Collier call that duo Lashes. 2 of them out of Texas.
And look, there's Angel McCautry here too. Good to see her back post-surgery with Asia Wilson. Still coaching.
There she is doing the work there. We'll hear from Asia Wilson in just a moment. Player of the game, Asia Wilson, 28 points, 14 rebounds.
She was fantastic. And again, I can't say it enough. What didn't show on the stat sheet?
Yeah.
The boxing out that she did inside.
Nope, and she's with us now, Asia Wilson. So we could talk about any of these offensive numbers, but I want to start with the defense today that you played. In terms of intensity, what were you really feeling out there? Because there's a lot that showed on your face.
I mean, I just had to get my team going. I feel like we was in a drought a little bit, and I just had to make sure that they were up and we were going, and I was energized. And that's what it's really all about. Get the crowd into it. We're so glad to have our fans back here in the house, and just put on a show. This is what we're here for.
Well, and Asia, you can talk about scoring 28 points, but the defense that you brought, you were the stopper, and sometimes it was two-hand blocks inside.
Yeah, you know, I just had to protect the house. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. We're just going to have fun with it. So, yeah.
Well, one of the things that we knew about Dallas coming in is they were the top rebounding team in the WNBA. I mean, can you talk about the positioning that you got inside to try to allow second chance opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of O-boards on us, and we can't let that happen. So I had to just continue to just fight our way, because they're going to crash the boards. That's what they're all about. So just continue to fight our way and find a way to get the basketball. That's the most important thing.
Asia, this Aces team has now won 6 of their last 7 games.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest key to success?
I think we're finally coming together. I think we're starting to gel a little bit. Chemistry's getting there. We had a whole week off from work, so that was tough. So we're just so glad to get back here in front of our fans. I hope they had a good time. Hope we put on a good show, and see you guys at the next game.
All right, Asia, thanks for spending time with us.
Yeah.
The player of the game, the Aces All-In post-game show coming up next. Asia Wilson backing it up and knocking it down.